Who's there? I hear it's Skeeter Jones. Okay, maybe there should be a little block of cheese here on the screen in honor of that opening. I was about to say joke, but I don't think that even qualifies. So just wanted to open a little differently, give you something a little bit unexpected. But I am a mom, so I guess that qualifies as a mom joke. But all of that aside, welcome to my channel. I'm Misty at Skeeter Jones, and this is this week's Things, which is part 2 of the Fire and Ice box from Jeanette at Gigi's Gems. We're going to jump right in because I spent time on the cheesy joke. I don't want to make you wait any longer for the pieces I'm showing you. Now, all of these things are like pearls and crystals and things that shine and sparkle in keeping with the name of the collection. And first off, these are genuine freshwater pearls and they're strung on here really interestingly. It just, like the green and blue necklace from last week, this reminds me of bubbles. There's different sizes of freshwater pearls with these AB crystal faceted beads in between. And yeah, those are glass and these are genuine pearls. And it is so, so pretty. That's basically what it would look like, I guess, when you're wearing it. And hopefully the sparkle and the colors are showing up on these crystals. The drop on this one is, without the extender, the drop is about 7.5 inches. And with this 3-inch drop, you get another inch, or a 3-inch extender, you get another 1.5 inches of drop length. So we're going to start off. There is no 925, and this note was written on here by Jeanette. She is very good about giving notes on these lots that I get from her. This one's going to be number 1, and this one is going to be, we're going to do this one for $8. Which I think is a steal for these gorgeous, gorgeous crystals and all of these freshwater pearls and this beautiful artistic layout. I think that really is a deal. So this one is number 1 for $8. I left out, I guess I just had my mind on my cheesy kind of sort of joke that I forgot to mention what to do if you would like to purchase something. And that is just contact me, skeeterjonesthings at Gmail, and we will work it out there. Remember that anything purchased beginning last Sunday, the 23rd, goes in your December packages. If you're going to do monthly shipping, the window to have things shipped in November, that closed last Saturday, as I mentioned in my last videos. But beginning with Sunday the 23rd, anything purchased goes in December packages, and then I'll give you a December shipping date as soon as I can. But and again, also ASAP shipping is available on request, and ASAP shipping goes out within 48 hours. So here are some really, really pretty, either extra sparkly rhinestones. They could be crystals. There's not a lot of weight to them, but the stones are so small that I'm not sure the weight would be evident if they were crystals. But the sparkle is definitely there on these, and they're absolutely gorgeous. This is about 1.75 inches long and about 1/2 inch wide. The silver tone and the backs look like these are probably new. I can't guarantee that they are, but they do have that look. And just look how sparkly. These things are definitely able, I think, to get to you. Well, I don't know about in time for New Year's with the December shipping. But if you get ASAP shipping, definitely these could be to you in time for New Year's, depending on when in December you buy those and ask for ASAP shipping. But these are going to be number 2, and we're just going to do those for $5. Extra, extra sparkly and so pretty. Kind of, I don't know if you've been around here a while, you may have heard me use the phrase understated statement. And these are what I would call an understated statement piece. They get the attention, they have the bling, but they're not shouting. They're more like kind of talking a little above a whisper. But these are number 2 for $5. Number 3 is this Chico's necklace. Again, this is a note from Jeanette. She's great about giving notes. And here's your Chico's hang tag on this. I have actually a thrift haul coming up that is very heavy on Chico's pieces. These look like little pieces of ice, but they have just a very faint kind of champagne color to them, but they just look like melted pieces of ice. And then these more kind of frosted white ones do too. And then you have these silver tone discs with the little, I guess, kind of dimples in those. These kind of thermoset looking, cat's eye looking disc beads and little round beads, crackle beads right there. There's a lot of different elements going on in this necklace. Very pretty with your, if you wanted to do like a monochrome, like a sort of a tonal shades of white kind of outfit in the cold weather, this would be great with that. It's got a 7.5-inch drop, and it looks like about a 4-inch extender, which gives you 2 more inches of drop length. Here's a little up close look at that, at all those elements. It just looks really frosty and icy and wintry to me. Here's about what it would look like as you're wearing it. And this Chico's is item number 3. And we'll just say $5 for that one. There's still several pieces available from my earlier videos this month. One of my videos almost sold out. I've never had a complete sellout video yet, but the closest I've gotten is everything sold except for 2 pieces. And that was on one of my videos earlier this month. So there's number 3 for $5. But if you go back and look at my earlier videos this month, if there's anything you're interested in, you can still shop those. Now, once it's past the current week for a sale, I can't keep up with the pending and sold at that time because I'm busy filming and doing pending and sold for the current week. So do inquire, and something that's not listed as pending or sold may actually have been sold, you know, before you inquired about it. So please be patient about that. And but those pieces are still available, the ones that haven't sold. So please inquire about anything you're interested in from my earlier videos. Let's see, this has, what, 2 plus 1 minus. I'm not sure. Let's see, uncertain about sterling closure. Oh, I saw another note about this. So I guess she was, okay, we'll send another if it's not sterling. Yeah, she always promises that she wants to make it right. Let's see, what does this say? Oh, it just says sterling. I think I have it upside down for the camera. Let's give it a shot and see. It does say sterling, but it doesn't really look very sterling. Well, the scratch looks promising. It's not immediately lighting up blue, but it's also not dissolving. Yeah, I would say that's probably not sterling. That one's a faker. It says sterling there on the clasp, but it is not actually sterling. But look at this pretty little clasp. It's shaped like a flower with a little faux pearl in the middle. It's a box clasp, which is very secure and snug. I like when pieces have little extra details in the back where you're not even really going to see them, maybe, unless you have your hair pulled up. But this is a knotted faux pearl necklace, which actually has really nice luster to it. You can actually see the pinks and the greens. This is a really good faux pearl. These are definitely faux. But it's a nicer faux pearl because a lot of effort was taken to make them look genuine. There's not an extender on it, and the drop is 12 inches. So very pretty. I would say probably a vintage piece, but when you get it, this little sterling mark is a faker, as she has let us know, and the test here confirmed. Oh wait, what is this? Okay, I thought paint was maybe coming off of that pearl, but that's just a little bit of dirt. I'll give this thing a wipe down and make sure I get all of that kind of stuff off. But it's in beautiful condition. You see sort of the pinks and the greens that you would see in natural pearls. These are really nice quality glass faux pearls. This pretty little box clasp in the back. And that 12-inch drop. And we'll do a really nice deal on that. And we'll say that number 4 here will be, we'll just do $4 on that one, which I think is a really, really great deal. For anybody new, which thank you very, very much to everybody who's subscribed, period. But speaking to the newer subscribers right now, thank you so much for coming on. I've had so many people sign up in the past, or click subscribe in the past few weeks. And I really appreciate all of my subscribers. And I'm going to do that 600 subscribers celebration and drawing and giveaway soon. And I'll give you more details as soon as I figure out how I'm going to do that and exactly what my prize will be. I know some of it is going to be items that were donated from one of my subscribers to help celebrate that. These are some, it says 925 and CZ rings, and it's a set. And you can wear them any way you want, like single or pair them up or alternate them, like however you want to do it. But I think that actually looks really neat to have these two in the middle like that. Looks really cool. So let's get a size on these. These are, they're kind of on the larger size. They're about a 9 1/4. And they are all the same, so there's no need to measure each one. That's a really, really pretty set. And we're going to do the testing. We'll test one of the channel set ones and then one of these little bezel set ones. Kind of get on the side so I don't damage those CZs. And there we go, lighting up positive for sterling, as we would expect. Can always be confident in Jeanette's notes. I just like to test just to show you, and because I just like to see it. Wonder what those will look like with the round ones on the outside. Oh, that's pretty also. So this is a set of 4 CZ and sterling silver rings. And let's see, these are going to be item number 5. And this entire set right here, we're going to do for $10, a set of 4 CZ and sterling silver rings. And I'm going to go ahead and mark on here size 9. And there you go. Okay, yesterday and today, I'm getting the November packages mailed out, and I'm very thankful to everyone who ordered throughout the month. Last month, I hit my first ever bag or box that was over 5 pounds, which was crazy. Someone ended up ordering around 6 pounds worth of jewelry for October. And that was the first time I've ever broken the 5 pound mark, I guess, on a jewelry order for a month. I'm looking for my tape measure. There it is. So this is a layered necklace. It has 3 layers. The shortest one is about 7.5 inches. The longest one is about 8.5. And there is an extender that's about 3 inches long. And again, that means another 1.5 inches of a drop. And you have a light gold tone, sort of semi-matte gold tone. And these are glass beads, glass faceted beads with these little pave set little beads also dangling off, sort of cha-cha style. And there are 3 strands. I'll shine this up a little bit. I think it'll be a lot more sparkly once I give it a little wipe down. The beads are all this white or clear color, not completely clear, but very close to it. And then these sort of golden citrine or topaz colored. That's really, really pretty. Nice colors for the fall and winter. And this one is going to be number 6. I was about to try to write that with my ring handle. Number 6. And we're going to do number 6 right here for, we're going to just do that one for $3. And have great deals in this show today so that you can accessorize your holiday outfits, or you can get gifts for your friends. Some people actually like to be gifted thrifted items, thrifted vintage jewelry especially. Some people prefer new, and I have some new items, I think. Yeah, I think I see a couple of things that are new on the card. This is glass faceted beads, and I know they're glass instead of crystal just because of the weight. That's a surefire way to tell the difference between glass and crystal. Crystal is going to look heavier than it looks like it should feel, and that's how you can tell the difference kind of quick when you're like out in the wild sourcing. So this is a graduated necklace that goes from these smaller clear faceted beads down to the largest one right here in the front. Very pretty. The facets just give off all the sparkle. I think this is vintage. It's got a spring ring closure right there. And they're strung here on this, looks like cotton cord. I'm going to clean that up. See a little bit of green right there. Don't let that scare you. I can take care of that. We'll clean this up, and this will be safe to go into the ultrasonic. So that's what I'll do with that one. It's really, really pretty. I didn't give you a length on it yet. The length is the length. There's not an extender. And then the drop is 8 inches. And this one's going to be number 7. And we'll do number 7 right here for $4. Lots of pretty sparkle. And again, I'm going to be cleaning up the cord right here. And because of this, thumb clasp spring ring type closure, I'm calling this vintage. I believe this is a vintage piece. There we go. Number 8. This one's really sparkly. Look at this. Okay, this is a J. Crew. She included a note saying so, but you can kind of tell. Once you're doing jewelry for a while, well, actually, it doesn't really even take a while. J. Crew becomes very easy to spot very quickly. These are some nice prongs set. J. Crew usually does a lot of sort of the faux prongs, where they have those really thick prongs, faux prongs, on the edges of a stone that's really glued into a setting. But this is actually prong set, as you can see right there. And here's the back of the settings. The back of the setting doesn't cover the entire stone. That's interesting how they have that done. You can see that silvery color you see right there is actually the back of the stone. And then the prongs come from way underneath and around. And the reason the setting is like that on the back is because that's likely the shape of the stone on the back. And then it's also got this cone on the front, and you can see that. And that just helps it sparkle, to have it come up into a cone like that, because that allows you to have more facets on the top of the stone, which makes it more sparkly. So this is a matte gold tone with these beautiful prong set rhinestones. Classic J. Crew style. And I think this is just beautiful. J. Crew is famous also for their senorita clasp. There's the hang tag. And so let's clasp it at the smallest length. And then I'll give you the longest length. This is a 7.5 inch drop. When you clasp it as low as it can go, as short as it can go, that leaves 4 inches of drop length. And I'll show you what I mean. You divide that in half. That gives you 2 more inches of drop length. You divide the extender in half to tell you how much more drop you'll get. So this should go to a 10-inch drop now. And there it is, more like about 9.5 inches. But you might not want to clasp this at the shortest length just because of the way it's made, and I'll show you what I mean. If you clasp it at the shortest length, I've gotten it twisted up. So if you clasp it at the shortest length, it's going to be, like this, which means for you to center the necklace on your neck, then you're going to have this extender hanging down kind of on the side, which it, could end up flopping around to the front of your shoulder or something like that. Now, depending on what you're wearing, you could just tuck this inside your blouse, maybe to keep that from showing. But you definitely wouldn't wear the clasp exactly in the back, because then your necklace would be like that. Well, unless you like that to show. Some people like shaking things up with a little bit of a asymmetrical vibe on it. Did I say asymmetrical vibe? I was looking for my word. This is number 8. And we're going to do this J. Crew here for $10. I'll list that for $20. It doesn't sell here. That's generally my pricing structure for anybody who is new. I also sell on eBay, and the prices I offer to my viewers and subscribers is roughly anywhere from 30 to 50% less than what I list things for on eBay. But here's this one, number 8 for $10. Number 9 is, oh, it looks like we're going to have a stone to test. Let me go ahead and get the gem eye set up for that. So let's put it through its paces as it gets ready to calibrate. The gem eye requires calibration every time you use it. That's one of the differences between the gem eye and the Presidium. I'm still kind of getting used to it, but I'm enjoying it. I mostly enjoyed it being half the price of a Presidium, but there are conveniences with the Presidium, or maybe they're just conveniences because I'm not used to this yet, but I'm getting used to it, and I'm really liking a lot of the features. Okay, we calibrate first by putting the probe on this glass disc until the needle comes down to the glass range. And there it is, and then the lights up here change. Then I calibrate it to the simulant, and the 2 beeps means that it's ready to go. And clean the oxidation off of the probe. So let's see what these stones are. I'm not going to test every one because very clearly are the same thing. It goes into, I thought it would go to quartz, but it is not. It's in garnet, tourmaline, iolite, chrysoprase emerald. It's more in that range. The little light up here confirms now that I've hit a good reading. I am going to test one that had a little bit more of that pink in it. Where did that one go? Some of these have more pink and some have less pink. Okay. Well, this one actually does go up into the quartz. So maybe they are different stones, or maybe I just didn't hold the probe on there long enough. Okay. I know the temperature of the stone can affect the reading, and the second read on these went straight up into quartz with no problem. Just random other stones. And they're all coming up now in quartz, citrine amethyst, which I thought when I first picked the necklace up that this is probably quartz, and it looks like it is. So, and it's cold, 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 aptly put into a fire and ice collection. So here's sort of a gray, silvery, almost sort of taupe-ish, very barely taupe-like on the tassel here. And then a pave set old ball bead. And then all of these hand-knotted quartz beads, which have the very ever so faintly tinted pink. They're mostly like a white color, an off-white, which is just barely a beigey pink. And again with the sort of taupey colored, taupey, silvery, gray colored tassel. The tassel is 4.5 inches long, and that's from the ring that holds the tassel onto the necklace down to the bottom of the tassel. That's that is about 4.5 inches. So it's too long to measure in the box, so I'll do it outside the box here, and it is a 17-inch drop on this beautiful quartz necklace with a little pave set ball bead. This one's going to be number 9. And we'll do this one for $6. And it's absolutely gorgeous. There's I will make sure that the tassel is all straightened out and looking nice for the buyer. And how you do that, if you have any tassel necklaces at home that have a tassel that's kind of looking like it has bedhead, you can just wet the tassel and then use a wide tooth comb or just your fingers, and comb it out. Use a fork even to comb it out. You don't want to use anything too fine because then you'll end up either fraying the individual threads or pulling the threads out of the tassel. So use something kind of wide like that. I've even used a fork. So anyway, while it's wet, then you just comb it out straight and then lay it out to dry. The slower it dries, the better. And that will freshen up your tassels. Okay, these are some nice blingy earrings. Those are beautiful. Sort of these champagne colored rhinestones with white rhinestones right in the middle. Nobody gets credit for these. They are unmarked. The backs look new, and I don't really even see any wear around the edges here. You know, that's usually the first places you're going to see wear is on the parts of the piece that get handled the most and along the edges. That's typically where you're going to see tone loss and things like that first, and I don't see anything like that on these, but I also don't see a maker. They're really pretty. They are about an inch and a quarter long and just under an inch wide. And for anyone who needs warning, here comes Earlene to show you what those look like when they are worn. And there we go. Very, very pretty. Love those. And that's gold tone. And not a whole lot to say about them except that they are extraordinarily sparkly. They're very pretty. Simple but blingy. Again, another thing that's not screaming for attention. Where did I put the bag? Oh, there it is. Okay, these are number 10. And we're going to do these for, oh my goodness, they're so pretty. We'll do those for $6. Okay. We're a third of the way in, roughly. I don't think we have 30 pieces this time. I think it's like 26 or 27, something like that. I did a quick count. I didn't go through each and every piece and take a close look because I like reacting to them on the video so that you can hear my reactions to them. But I did go through and just pull the bags out and count. Okay, this is basically pretty much unbranded. There are a lot of makers who just do this, the little hang tag with the tiny rhinestone in it. There are a lot of makers that do that, so you can't really, they think they're signing their piece, but in my opinion, they're not signing it because, you know, so many people do that. It's like taking the time to sign it, but nobody still knows that it's you. So here is a necklace that it has a drop. I'll give you the drop measurement in just a minute. It's layered. It has 3 layers on it. The shortest layer is 8.5 inches. The middle layer is 9.5, and the longest is 10.5. It's sort of this rose gold tone with all these different little circle dangles on it and a few rhinestones. Let's lay this out. Oh, I didn't give you the extender. The extender is probably 3. Yeah, let's see. The extender is 3 inches long. Let's lay this out so you can see how it would look when it's worn. I think I tried to handle it too fast and got it twisted up. I'll be right back. Okay, here it is. So what you're looking at is you have some rhinestones, you have these little discs, and then you have these sort of little donut shaped ones, and that's it. And it's all kind of rose gold tone. It has some light wear around the edges of some of the dangles, a little bit of tarnish. We can put this in the ultrasonic, I think, pretty safely. I'll just put it in with some water instead of any kind of cleaning solution to try to protect against the stones coming out. The solvents and solutions that can be used in an ultrasonic can weaken the bond of some glues, some adhesives. But here's this one, and we'll do a super deal on this one because it has a little bit of wear on it. This one's going to be number 11, and we're just going to do that one for $2. So that's a great deal for somebody. Okay, number 12 is going to be a ring. It's a costume ring, marked GR Thailand. Oh, speaking of rings, I never did tell you, these two are actually available. These are, I think this one's copper just because of the way it looks on the underside right there. Maybe like a brass tone over copper. It's heavy. The rabbit here is heavy, and he's detailed. I've shown him before in a video, and I thought he would sell, but he didn't. But here he is. And he really does look like copper with brass tone, but he has a nice vintage feel to him. These look like marcasites. I can't promise that they are. They could just be, you know, gray or black glass rhinestones. And then here's some little rhinestones for the eyes. A little detailed face. You can see his little mouth and little nose. So he's cute. The owl is cute too. He has little black rhinestones for his eyes, and he's detailed all the way around. I think he's brass, because on the places where there would be wear, I don't really see any. I just see what looks like typical brass aging and patina. So let me give you sizes on these, and then we'll talk about the ring I just pulled out. This one is about an 8 1/4. The owl is, and the rabbit or hare is, he's about a 7 1/4. Very cute. And we'll do these guys here we'll do those for $6 each. Just tell me owl ring or rabbit ring if you're interested in either of those for $6. And so now the one we just pulled out, marked GR Thailand. Okay, there's the mark right there. That's the GR. Let's see, where's the Thailand? Right there. And so this is either rhinestones or CZs. I love these high settings in rings, and this one's even decorative with the little hearts. There's what it looks like from the side. You have 3 CZs on each side, and then a little baguette cut one in the middle. You have that on this side too, and then this emerald cut one right on top. That's really pretty. That's what that looks like on. That's beautiful. Nice cocktail ring. The size on this one is almost an 8 1/2. So we're on number 12 now. And this beauty, we're going to do this one for $5. If you watch my surprises at the thrift store, I don't know what brings this to mind right now, but my surprises at the thrift store shorts that I do, there's a pricey thrift store I go to, And it's odd because once in a while some things get past their eagle eyes and you get a really good deal that they overlooked. But more often than not, you find these really wild prices on some things. And they were pricing what looks like a bad fake of a Birkin. And they have a $125 price tag on that, which I thought was pretty crazy. I just had to laugh. People actually were looking at me when I started laughing. I didn't realize I was laughing out loud at the time. But that became the feature of yesterday's surprises at the thrift store. Okay, this does not have a maker on it. There's not a note with this one. But you have a dark blue and then a lighter blue, like a grayish slate blue, and then these dark kind of garnet red colored all rhinestones, and sort of a semi-matte gold tone. And yeah, I don't see any maker on these at all. But they're pretty. The clips sound like they're in great condition. Yeah. Let's see. This one, I can fix that. This one's kind of dangling loose, right? Not loose, but like it's attached. You can tell it's got its little piece of metal there that keeps it attached. And that's how rhinestones come usually when you get them for crafting with. They come all attached to each other like that. So it's attached. It's not going to fall off, but it didn't get soldered together with the rest of it. So I'll take care of making sure that's fully attached for whoever buys those. And those are really pretty. Again, you got your red and then your lighter shades. These are like tonal blues, different shades of blue in the middle. And then this darker blue on the outside edge. And then I will make sure that's attached so that it doesn't move, because the one it's not supposed to. You know, you can tell that because the one on this side doesn't move. So I will make that one match this one so that it doesn't move either. And those are really pretty. They look like they're about an inch long, I think. Yeah, an inch exactly. And about a 1/2 inch wide. And here comes Earlene to show you what they look like when you wear them. So pretty, pretty. So you can wear them that way, or you can wear them opposite to where you wear them curving toward your ears, or if you swap which ear you have them on, curving away. So these are number 13, and we're just going to do those for $3. Very pretty, very Christmassy looking. Now, if you want something in time for Christmas, do not do the monthly shipping, because anything you order from this video, if you do monthly shipping, it will not ship in time for Christmas. You'll have to ask for ASAP shipping if you want anything from this video to come before Christmas. And I can't guarantee delivery because, you know, you never know with the Postal Service this time of year. So this is Sarah Cove, and it's a set. There's the earrings right there. Here's the necklace. And it's silver tone with these little pearls, the round pearls, then these longer ones with the cage wrapping. And those are just little stations. Those create stations in between the silver tone chain. And I really don't see any type of wear or anything on this. Let's look at the clasp. That's one of the first places that wear will show up. And yeah, 0 wear on the clasp. I think this is new. And there's the Sarah Cove hang tag right there. You could double this up or even triple it. The drop on it's 24 inches, and there's not an extender, so you can't make it, you can't wear it longer, but you can definitely shorten it by doubling or tripling it. And the earrings are more of these like cage wrapped faux pearls. Silver tone with post backs. That's how those look, and the length from the top of the post to the bottom of the pearl is just over an inch. And here comes the lovely Erlene. To model that for you. Beautiful. As I mentioned at the top of the video, this is part 2 of my latest box from Jeanette over at Gigi's Gems. She always sends a great collection. I've gotten a few from her so far, and they're very popular with my viewers and subscribers, and they're very popular with me. There's how this looks all the way around, and that's a beautiful set. It's number 14, and the entire set here will do for $8. That's for the necklace and the matching earrings all together for $8. So she contacted me with this idea of doing a lot and calling it Fire and Ice. I think it was in favor or in recognition of the holiday season, just sending something with a bunch of sparkle. Number 14 for $8. And of course I was on board with that. Hey, here's a pair of gorgeous, I think maybe crystal. Yeah, they feel like they've got the weight to be crystal. They definitely have the sparkle to be crystal. These are ball beads. And look at that deep prong setting. Is that beautiful? And then AB coated crystals hanging down. These are gorgeous. No one gets the credit for these, unfortunately. They're about an inch long, and again, here comes Erlene to show you how they look when you wear them. Look at all that sparkle. So, so pretty. So here these are. These are going to be number 15. And these are gorgeous things. We're going to do those for $5. Okay, at the halfway point now. We have here, oh, Talbots, possibly vintage Talbots. I like this. Look at, okay, you have these white acrylic beads, these textured gold tone links, then these seed beads on these sort of just dangly beads hanging off. And then these little white, are these glass? I think these are glass. Yeah, those are glass. I think the discs right here are acrylic. But how pretty. Look at that. Let's see, that's how that would look when you wear it. these shades are sort of like a beige, a very light beige and white. The seed beads that are on, these larger ones. And then you have white and gold tone. And then again, these links here are textured. That's gorgeous. Okay, the drop, let's make sure it's on its shortest measurement here. The drop on this one is 9 inches and then a 3-inch extender. And here's your Talbot's hang tag right there. So pretty. That's beautiful. That's another one that would look good with like a tonal sort of monochrome colored white and tan or beige look. See, we're on number 16 already. We're over halfway there to the end. We'll do the Talbots for $5. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. So Jeanette also had contacted me about a sterling lot, and of course that intrigued me. So I'll have one of those coming up in a couple of weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. Number 16 for $5. I don't know, maybe sooner. Who knows? Okay, this is, there's not a note on the bag. Let's see if there's any kind of mark on this clasp. Okay, there's no mark on it. The closure is in great working condition. A little decorative right there on the closure. I like when there's details in places where there don't have to be details. Okay, this is a 12-inch drop. And let's see what these stones are. I think these white ones are probably mother of pearl. I'm not really sure if mother of pearl registers at all on a gem tester. It's moving into glass, but it definitely has the feel of not being glass. See the green ones. Oops, I touched the metal bead. Okay, the green ones go to quartz citrine amethyst and also tanzanite aquamarine. There's no 925 marks, and really the clasp doesn't make me suspect 925, but these little disc beads in between the stones do. The round ones right here do not. I want to see what kind of scratch these little discs make. Well, the scratch is a little suspicious. Let's scratch this closure too, just because we can. Okay, no, the clasp is not. It's a little more golden colored, which sort of indicates not gold in this case. It kind of indicates brass, I think. The little discs in between, no. Let's run that down a little bit onto that clasp, scratch. Yeah, there's no sterling there. those little disc beads looked kind of suspicious for it, but they're not. So this is a gorgeous 12-inch drop necklace with some green quartz and I think mother of pearl. Very, very pretty. Let's see, this one's number 17. And we'll do $5 for that one too. Okay, moving right along. Okay, this is, okay, I had a hard time finding this maker. I'm not familiar with it, or wasn't familiar with it at all. And I found out from Brighton, over at Brighten Your Day, that that brand is called Panacea. And what the necklace is this pretty chunk of geode, probably quartz. See the little rough stones in the middle with this gold tone edging on them, and something, probably a tassel hung from right here. I'll find a matching bead and I'll attach a bead that goes with it off the bottom here. I know I don't have a tassel that's in any color that would go with this, but I do have lots of beads that are a good color to match. So I'll hang a bead off right there for someone who buys this. And these are sort of tan, sort of sandy colored glass faceted beads. They're wired together with what looks to me like brass, and then you have a lobster closure. You have a probably 4-inch extender, and then your piece of geode. So let me measure it outside of the light box because it's too long to measure in. Let's see, the drop is 16 inches, and then you do have that 4-inch extender, and then the piece of geode is about 1.5 inches long, not including the rings at the top and the bottom, but just the geode is about 1.5 inches. And it's about 1.25 inches across. And again, I will hang a matching bead off the bottom here. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous piece. It's number 18. And we'll do that one for $4. Very pretty. Okay, number 19. Gorgeous blue sparkly beads with a tassel. Oh, with another tassel. This might be a lariat style. Let me see. Yeah, this is a lariat style necklace. So these dark, sort of dark denim blue colored stones. Some of them sort of metallic looking, some of them not. If you can see the difference between the two. And then you have these sort of smoky colored ones, and then these kind of peacock colored ones. Or the smoky ones are the peacock color on the other side. That's what they are. Okay. And they're just alternating between the blue ones that are metallic and then non-metallic, and then the peacock on one side and smoky on the other side. And all of these they feel like glass. And then a larger of the dark blue beads on each end, and a little gunmetal chain tassel on each end. And this is a lariat style, which means you can just hang it around your neck, sort of like a, graduation style, where it just kind of hangs down on each side. Or you can Lots of different ways you can wear a lariat style. You can just knot it in the front like that. You know, wear it that way. Lots of different ways you can wear. I've seen them like this, where somebody puts this around the front of their neck and then they cross it behind their neck. This is going to be kind of upside down. Let me do it the other way. Okay, so this is the front of your neck down here. I've seen people put them like this and then they cross it behind their neck like that, and then let the tassels hang down the front on each side, or either they'll knot it right here. So it looks like they have on a choker and then a knotted necklace with tassels at the end. So a lariat style necklace is pretty versatile. This one's number 19. And it's got gorgeous colors and it's very sparkly and pretty. And we're going to do that one for $4 also. This will be a nice way to dress up just your jeans and t-shirt. Here we are. Number 20 is these really pretty little earrings. They look like silver tone with some rhinestones. New on the card. Yeah, they do appear to be new. Let's bring over Earlene to show you what they look like on. They're just pretty little knots. That's pretty. They're set with these just pave set little rhinestones. They are about a 1/2 inch across, maybe just a touch more than a 1/2 inch. And there they are. Not a whole lot to say about those. They're just simple and sweet. Little sparkly knots. Those are number 20. And we're on a roll with the $4, so we'll just stick with that for these. Very pretty. Okay, next is 925 Italy, GLO pearls and AB crystals. So you can see the AB crystals. You can see the pretty little pearls. Yes, they are genuine. And then the 925 Italy is probably on the clasp. Okay, GLO right there. And then there's the 925 right there. And there's the Italy right there. I'm not sure about that GLO. Let me look that up really quick. Yeah, I wasn't able to find anything about that brand. This is probably vintage, I would guess, because of the closure here. Look at the chain. Love, nice chain. And these are wired together like little stations with a crystal on each side of the little rice pearls. And then each one of those is hooked together to make a link. And then you get to the chain. So there's not an extender. The length on it is 8.5 inches. And let's take a look at the sterling. And that's the clasp, and then kind of harder to get a scratch on like a fine chain like this. Well, this isn't really fine, but it is kind of harder to get a scratch on chain. Okay. And there they are, both turning blue. Now, of course, the one over here is more light, but the scratch is a lot lighter because it's hard to get a scratch, like I said, when you're trying to get one from a small chain. So that's really, really pretty. When I was trying to find something out about that brand, I saw that these are going for around $15 to $20 on eBay. So we're gonna do this one for $8, and that's number 21. Oh, number 21 for $8. It's really just delicate and pretty. Nice little feminine sparkly piece with some pearls. This is another good one for dressing up your jeans and t-shirt. Oh. Almost forgot to put the note in the bag, and now the bag doesn't want to cooperate. There we go. Okay, 22 is some earrings. So this gorgeous amber colored glass. Yeah, that's glass with brass findings, it looks like. That's very pretty. That's this amber glass. Teardrop set, very sparkly. Here comes Earlene. That's how that would look when you wear it. So, so pretty. And these are just glass stones and little glass rhinestones up at the top, and these little glass bicone beads there. And then look at these bails. This is called a pinch bail, and they're even like detailed. And it's a pinch bail because it has these two sort of teeth, I guess. They go through the hole in the bead, and then they're just pinched shut so that they meet in the middle inside the bead, and that's what secures it. So these are just over an inch long and very, very pretty. These are number 22. And let's see, we'll just do those for $4. Very pretty. Okay. Have a Monet piece. It's a ball chain. There's the Monet tag right there. And it's a ball chain with an extender. Oh, what a pretty little dainty look on this. Look at that. So you have these little teardrop crystals. And then, is that a heart shape or a triangle? No, that's a heart. So there's a heart-shaped crystal or rhinestone right here, a little round princess cut one there, and then you have a bigger teardrop one right here in the middle, in the front, and then these tiny teardrops flanking it on each side. And you have two spring rings. So you can add another extender in there if you like. if you have another extender. Even if you don't have another extender, you will get a little bit of extra length on it. This is 8 inches drop, and here we go. Looks like maybe about a 2-inch extender. Not quite 2 inches, about 1 3/4 extender. This delicate little ball chain, and then speaking of delicate, this pretty dainty little design right here in the front. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Just so delicate and feminine. So this is 23. And the Monet will do for $5. 24. Some more jellyfish earrings. These are tons of little pave set crystals on the top here and on the post. And then, are these glass or acrylic? They feel like they're, yeah, that's glass. Those are glass seed beads. The overall length is about 2 inches. It's just a creamy color on these sparkly seed beads, faceted seed beads. And the pave set crystals or rhinestones. I don't see any brand. Those are really pretty. Earlene's getting a workout today. Today's lot is earring heavy. And there we are. That's how those will look on. Okay. Nice. Really like those. Oh, here's the detail on the top here. And then a little seed bead tassel that hangs down. Okay, these are 23. And those, we'll do those for $4. Again, anything here you're interested in, just email me, skeeterjonesthings@gmail.com, and we will work it out there. Remember, you will need to request. I always assume monthly shipping unless you request ASAP. You have to request ASAP shipping if you want it to go out before the end of the month. Okay, here is a string of very heavy, these are glass faux pearls, and let's see, again, somebody says they're signing it, but that's not a signature. So it's silver tone. I wish somebody could get credit for it because these are nice, heavy glass faux pearls that are hand knotted. Someone should be taking credit for these. This is super long. I'm measuring it outside the light box. This is about 29 inches, a little more than 29 inches. So this is a great layering piece. It can be doubled or tripled. Who knows, maybe even quadrupled, because you don't have to worry about fitting it over your head again. It has a clasp, so you can just wrap it around your neck as many times as it will wrap, and however many layers that creates for you, and then just clasp it when you're done. Don't wrap it too tight, though, for obvious reasons. This is very nice, sort of champagne, ivory, creamy colored glass faux pearls. Beautifully hand knotted, just like the feel of glass faux pearls. They're nice and heavy. All hand knotted in between. And no one gets the credit for it, although they are very nice. Someone should be getting credit for those. These are 24, and we're going to do that for $5. That is a very long set of very nice glass faux pearls. Okay, number 25. This is pretty. I don't know what those little chips are in there. And let's see. I don't see any kind of marks or stamps on the chain. We can't test to see what that is. My guess maybe is quartz. Or maybe just little rhinestones. Just little glass chips possibly. Because I don't see any kind of mark or stamp on these at all. I'll occasionally see 925 that's not marked, but you're never going to see gold that's not marked. So I don't know, maybe we'll do a little bit of a scratch test just to see if this could be some gold washed 925. It's got a 7.5 inch drop and a 3-inch extender. And we'll just see what color scratch it makes. Okay, yeah, there's copper. So this is very nice. It looks new. I don't see any scratching on it, and no tone loss on the clasp there or around the edges of the pendant. And the pendant's pretty. I just wish I knew what these. There are these freely moving little chips inside there. I wish I knew what those are, but we don't have a way to test that. It's about probably just under a 1/2 inch across, maybe right at a 1/2 inch. This is what it would look like on. And we'll do number 25 for, let's just do that one for $3. Very pretty, very dainty with a little bit of sparkle. And a great deal for $3. And it looks new. Okay, 26. This is the last piece. I think I might pull 4 pieces that I just already had just to make it at 30. So I like to keep these shows at 30. Let's see, this piece I'm about to show you has a drop of 16 inches with no extender. There's a lobster clasp right there. It's a gold tone. And then some more of these sort of champagne colored glass faceted seed beads. This is mother of pearl. Yeah, this is just little bezel set, mother of pearl, all stations. Very pretty. So you've got this tan beige colored AB coated seed beads with mother of pearl bezel set, all oval stations. And it comes down in 2 rows on the sides. They sort of match up with each other. And then there's the front. And again, what did I say on the length on that? I completely forgot. The length is 16 inches. Very pretty. The mother of pearl has some nice, it's just very luminescent. It's very pretty. Love the look of mother of pearl. But there it is, a nice simple layering piece. Number 26. And we'll do 26 right here for, we'll do that one also for $3. So I'm going to pull out, I've been sorting my jewelry, so I have some more pieces here. Oh, I have a piece I just crafted. Okay. This, if you saw my unboxing the other day, where I unboxed stuff from Amy at Ultrasound Wanderer, I unboxed from Nancy at Coastal Cameo, and someone else. When I'm editing, I'll put the names of everybody right here from that video, and maybe even a thumbnail of that video I'll put up here too, so you can maybe go check that one out. But one of the people, and I believe it was Nancy, included a little extra bag of single earrings, and so I made this actually just yesterday. So what this is, it's marked Avon and Smithsonian. So Avon has done some replicas of some pieces that are held in the Smithsonian. And this is a Marie Antoinette piece. And there it was earrings and a matching necklace, but there was just a single earring in that lot that, that again, I believe it was Nancy, had sent to me. So I turned it into a pendant. I bent over the post and then reinforced that with some glue right there and put a little ring and a little veil on it to make this decadent looking drop. And on Marie Antoinette, that would have been an actual diamond. I cannot imagine. Okay. And then I put it on what I believe here is a stainless chain that was just from my collection. It's got an 8-inch drop, 3-inch extender. The pendant is about 2 1/4 inches long. And this is what it looks like. And that was the gem eye turning off. Here we go. Let me focus that. And there it is. The chain is clean. It's stainless, I believe. It's not exactly the same color as the silver tone on the earring. But as you've heard me say before, when you're crafting pieces, upcycling pieces, everything isn't going to match exactly, because every batch of silver tone and every metal isn't going to be exactly the same, because they wouldn't have been made to go together in the first place. So that's to be expected when you're dealing with upcycled pieces. But also another upside of that is no one else is going to have a piece exactly like this. So there it is, this Marie Antoinette inspired piece, a little pendant on a stainless chain. And we're going to make this one number 27. And we're going to do that one for $8. Okay. Now, as I'm looking across my table at things that I already had, I'm trying to find things that are sparkly so they'll fit with this fire and ice theme. Okay, here we go. These things you would have seen in other videos, and I'm just bringing them back out because they didn't sell before. I think these were in a video over the summer. So these are this little pave set rhinestone hearts with little prong set solitaire rhinestones at the top. These posts, these are new. And these, I think, came from one of those new without card lots that I got over the summer. And let's see, I had a bag for those. Second time I've lost a bag, and it's right in front of me. This is number 26. And these little hearts, let me give you the stats on those. Just realized I never did measure them for you. That's about 1.25 inches long and about 1 inch wide at the widest point across the top of the heart. So we'll do these for $4. Just little gold tone, dangly hearts, and then let's bring out Earlene. And that's how those would look when you wear them. A nice addition to this fire and ice lot. So all the way up through number, 24, or 25, were the pieces from Jeanette. 26. You know, I got these things backwards because I skipped one somewhere, but number 26 is the hearts. Number 27 is the Marie Antoinette necklace. I don't know how I numbered those backwards. Oh, I have actually, look at that. So when you're asking for these pieces, make sure that you add a little bit of a description because I have duplicated some numbers. And if I did it once, maybe I did it again. So make sure you specify number 26 heart earrings or number 26 mother of pearl necklace. And so that's why I did that. And so this one is number 27, the Marie Antoinette necklace. Okay, number 28. I think I may have double numbered some more along the way. If I did, just make sure you add a little description. Let's see. These I offered before for $5 and no, I offered before for $6 and they were a number 5 at the time. I don't want to get confused. I don't want to confuse anyone else, of course. So let me get another bag out. Since I offered them for $6 before, I'll still offer them for, actually I'll just make it $5. And these are going to be number 28. They're silver tone earrings. They are new. I think these came in a thread up 15-piece box, like one of those last ones I got. They're little prong set, square cut stones. And let's get the Presidium turned back on so I can tell you what those stones are. I think they're probably quartz. So it'll have to be calibrated again. So while that's waiting to be calibrated, I'm going to find, let's see what number 29 will be. Okay, so I've got my 29, I've got my 30. Okay, so let's calibrate with our glass disc. When it goes all the way down to the glass line, and then the lights up there change. Okay, now it's time to test simulant. And then the beep says it's ready to go. And I'm expecting this to say quartz. No, actually it's saying glass. Okay, it does that, and I haven't looked up yet what that means. Let's give it one more quick reading. I think it happens when I move the probe around, when it slides around too much on the surface of the stone. Let's see. Let's try the other one. Okay, so the indicator light up there is on and it's firmly sitting in glass. So I was wrong, this is not quartz, it is glass, set in silver tone. They are new. And actually, let's just bring that down to $4 because I thought that was quartz. But that's just glass. So we're going to say number 28 is $4. There, oh, I didn't show you on Erlene, and I didn't measure those. I got too thrown off by, I keep forgetting to look up what it means when the needle bumps up like that and then comes back down. Okay, so here's what these will look like when you wear them. And it's just this faint, or not really faint, it's just a very pale baby pink. This crackle look to it, if that's showing up. With this gorgeous high setting. Those are really pretty. Okay, so that's what they look like on Arlene, and they are from the top of the hook to the bottom of the earring, an inch long. And those are number 28 for $4. Okay, number 29 is this necklace. It's sort of greenish and goldish and smoky-ish, set on what I believe to be a brass chain. Could be gold tone. I actually think it is gold tone because there's just a little bit of tone loss right there on the lobster clasp. But it's really, really pretty. It's set sort of a, not exactly cha-cha style, sort of chainmail style, but really pretty. Look at those colors. You have these lemony yellow colors here, and then this citrine or like golden topaz color, and this very light green. And then these larger clear stones here, these champagne colored ones here and here, then smoky ones here, and then right here in the middle. Just super, super pretty. Nice and sparkly. That's a statement. And these beautiful shades of green and gold and smoky. It's unbranded. It does have a little bit of wear, but lots of life still left in it. And that's 29. And we'll do number 29 here for, goodness, let's just do that one for $4 since it has that wear on it. But these stones are gorgeous, and they're glass stones, and very, very pretty. And really the only place that I can see, just looking it over right now, the only place I can see that has wear is right there on the clasp, so it's not even going to show. And if there's some wear down in between these beads, which just looking it over, I don't see any, but if there is, it's not really going to be evident just because of all the sparkle on the beads. That's a gorgeous piece. There we go. Now, number 30. I showed these earrings a while back, and yeah, they're missing a stone, right? They actually, no, that's a dead stone. Let me put those away. Let me find something else. Here we go. I know I showed this before because the brand on this is Nakamole, and I remember commenting that reminds me of whack-a-mole. So this is a wrap bracelet. It's like a denim blue with these with this golden AB coating, and this is not sterling, I don't think. This is just like a stainless or a silver tone. Yeah. And you have this tan leather cord. And let's see, let's wrap it around this little bracelet display that I got from my friend Sherry at Single Mom Review. And that's what it looks like on, sort of. Most people's arms don't look like little velvety pillows. Let's see. There we are. There's a better idea, I guess, of what it might look like when someone wears it. And I just love this faded denim color. These glass little seed beads. And then it's edged on each side with this box chain. And then the leather cord. And then your beads in the middle. And then a button closure with your branding right there. There it is. Okay. And then we will do, let's see, I offered it before for, let's see, it was number 20 something before. It's number 30 right now. We offered it before for $6. I'll make it $5 this time. The Nakamol wrap bracelet. So that's going to do it for this Fire and Ice show, mostly from Jeanette at Gigi's Gems, and a little bit just from pieces I had, just to round it out to 30 pieces, which of course there may be more than actually 30 because I think I duplicated somewhere along the way, so there might be actually be maybe 31 or 32 pieces. But remember these guys, I think I quoted them for $6 earlier. This heavier copper bunny, and then the brass owl right here. Just let me know if you're interested in the ring and the price. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for spending some of your time with me today. And if you enjoyed the content, please give me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment. I love reacting with my viewers and subscribers. Share it out with someone else who you think might also enjoy it while I shoot for that next milestone. And keep your eyes and ears peeled for the celebration video for my reaching 600 subscribers. Also, go check out my friend Pat Garza. She is so close. She's within a hair's breadth of reaching her next milestone. Just a few more subscribers will help her meet that. Please go check out her channel, which I will list right here. I'll put a link to her channel in the description of this video. Check her out and help her meet her next milestone. Do it as a favor to me. I'll appreciate it, and you will appreciate Pat's channel because she's a lot of fun. She does unboxings mostly from ThredUp, but she does thrift hauls too, and she likes to travel, and she's just a lot of fun. So go check her out. And again, give me thumbs up, a comment, share it out, and most of all, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.